Good morning, students. Myself, I am Dr. S.P. Evle, going to teach topics of new chapter, that is polymer chemistry. First of all, we'll see introductory part of this polymer chemistry. In that, polymer is the study of synthesis, characterization, and properties of polymer molecules or macromolecules, means very very small, which are large molecules composed of repeating units of the chemical substances called as monomer. So mono means what? Single unit that can be polymerized so many times are called as polymers. About polymers, much more descriptive information we'll see in the chapter. This is chapter number 15 as per the new board syllabus of your 12th standard. Actually, polymers are complex compounds which are giant macromolecules which are made from the repeating units which are derived from small molecules are called as monomers. Mean these are the repeating units of the monomers, in short we can say. The term polymer originates from the Greek word poly. Poly means mer, poly, lot of. Mer means part of the unit. Then interlinking of many units constitutes polymers. These polymers are high molecular weight or high molecular mass macromolecules which are ranging from 10 is to 3 to 10 is to 7 AMU or unified mass U. In this chapter, we'll consider mainly man-made organic polymers with reference to aspects like types, preparation, and their application. In diagram, you can see from number of the monomers. This upper one means this monomer. These monomers means single molecules, we can say. When these are combined together by certain processes or by some synthesis on polymerization under certain conditions, they are giving such type of long chain or long elongated polymers. So this is the process of formation of polymers. Students will see now classification of polymers. Polymers can be classified on the in number of the ways, and that classification depends upon their particular condition. Basically, it can be classified into six types. That six types are classification of polymers on the basis of their sources or origin. Next one on the basis of their structures. Then on the basis of their mode of the polymerization, means what kind of polymerization will do. On the basis of intermolecular forces. Then on the basis of types of different monomers. Because one polymer that can be made from the all monomer, so different monomers we are using on that basis. This classification depends. And last one is on the basis of their biodegradability. Later on, classification of polymers on the basis of sources or origin. In that, first of all, we'll see the polymer which are obtained naturally, that is natural polymer. Then, secondly, the polymer which can be obtained by certain chemical reaction in the laboratory, that is of synthetic polymer, or you may say artificially prepared polymer. Then, some natural polymers are modified with the help of certain chemical, their properties are modified. So, that type of polymer is called as what? Semi synthetic polymer. In this way, roughly we'll see such type of three polymers. First of all, we'll see the natural polymer. In natural polymer, these polymers naturally obtained by two ways, either by plant sources or by animal sources. Then, first of all, we'll see plant sources. In plant sources, these fibers are originated or obtained from the plants. For example, cotton, linen. These are obtained from cotton plant and flax plant. Then, natural rubber is one of the another example of natural polymer, which is manufactured from the latex, which are obtained from the bark of the rubber trees. In diagram, you can see such type of properties are there from that bark. What are the latex? By cutting them, that latex can be give such type of plant polymers. Second, natural source is of animal. These fibers or these polymers are derived from animal sources. For example, wool that can be obtained from the hairs of the sheep, silk that can be obtained from the silkworm, etc. So these fibers are obtained or these polymers are obtained from the animal. That's why these are animal polymers. Next one is the synthetic polymer. In synthetic polymer, we'll see these polymers are man-made polymers. These polymers are artificially prepared by polymerization of one monomer or copolymerization of two or more than two monomers. These are synthetic polymers. Example of these synthetic polymers are nylon, terylene, neoprene are synthetic polymers, and these polymers are divided into three subtypes like fibers, synthetic rubbers, and plastic. So about this one, see this diagram. In this diagram, first diagram we can see about the polythene is used to make plastic sandwich bags. Actually, these bags are dangerous whenever minimum microns are there. So these are problem create to the pollution also. That's why these are not advisable. But remember, these are the polyethylene fiber or polymer which are obtained from the ethylene. Then compact discs are made up from the synthetic polymers. This disc you can observe in this diagram. Then such type of polymers are called as polycarbonates. Then polythene or polystyrene is used to make the styrofoam cups and CD cases. So these are the styrofoam cups and cases. Later on, next one is the milk jug are made from the synthetic polymer. Then polyethylene means HDP, that is high density polymer. Then soda bottles are made from the polythene terephthalate, that is PET. So these bottles, see these diagrams very carefully. Later on, semi-synthetic polymers. Semi-synthetic polymers are those which are derived from the natural polymer, and these are also called as regenerated polymer or fiber. Then cellulose, which are derived or derivatives such as cellulose acetate rayon, cellulose nitrate viscous rayon, cuprammonium rayon are a few examples of this category. Then semi-synthetic polymers are used in preparation of non-inflammable photographic films, cinema films, varnishes, etc. You may see in this diagram. So such type of rayon example they give, and in that, what are the examples I said? This picture you can see over here, and this picture shows that these are the semi-synthetic polymers. Okay, you observe these diagrams very carefully. Later on, we'll see the next topic is of classification of polymers on the basis of structures. Some polymers are straight, some are branch. On that basis, we'll see these polymers. This polymer depends upon how the monomers are linked together, that is the chain configuration, and the nature of the linking means cross linking. Monomers depends upon the nature and number of the functional groups in them. Then polymers are classified into three general types like linear polymer, then branch polymer, then cross link polymers, etc. Mainly these three types we'll see under this type. You see this diagram. In this diagram, first of all, we'll see linear polymer. Second diagram shows branch polymer, and third diagram is what cross-linking polymer. So this is a diagram you have to remember. By this diagram, you can identify the types of polymer. Linear or straight chain polymers are those when the monomers molecules are joined together in a linear arrangement. The resulting polymer is straight chain polymer, and that can be obtained from the bifunctional monomers or alkenes means double bonded compound. Example, they said polyvinyl chloride means PVC. High density polythene, you may say HDP. Such type of polymers are linear polymers or straight chain polymers. Second diagram, in that you observe branch polymer. Branch polymer means branch chain polymers are the second most common arrangement. Is that in that the branch chain will observe, and the monomer having three functional groups or already having the side chains gives rise to branch chain polymers. Example, low density polymer means LDP. Then cross link polymer. Third type of arrangement is said to be cross link or network polymers, where cross links are produced between linear chains. Cross linking results from polyfunctional monomer, example bakelite, melamine, etc. Then classification of polymers, that we'll see on the basis of mode of polymerization. In that, we'll see first of all, the polymerization is the fundamental processes by which low molecular mass compounds are converted into high molecular weight compounds, that by linking together of repeating structural units with covalent bonds. Then low molecular low molecular compounds which can be treated at high temperature under catalysis in pressure or under pressure, it gives high molecular weight compounds. There are three modes of polymerization according to the types of reactions which are taking place between the monomer, and these three types of reactions are addition polymerization or chain growth polymerization. Secondly, condensation, in which elimination or removal of the water molecule under this polymerization, or you may say it is also what step growth polymerization. Thirdly, ring opening polymerization. Then additional polymerization, in that it is also called as chain growth polymerization. Addition polymerization is a process of formation of polymers by addition of monomers without loss of any small molecules, and the repeating unit of an addition polymer has the same elemental composition as that of original monomers. In this polymer, the compounds containing double bond undergoes addition polymerization. It is also referred as vinyl polymerization since majority of the monomers are from vinyl category, means double bonded category. For example, vinyl chloride CH double bond CSCl, acrylonitrile CH double bond CSCN, cyano group is there. Then formation of polythene from ethylene is a well-known example of the addition polymerization. Addition polymerization produces high molecular mass polymeric material without formation of any intermediate low molecular mass polymeric material. So such type of information we can give about the addition polymerization or chain polymerization. Later on, free radical mechanism, it is also called as chain initiation or chain reaction. So that can be carried out, that we'll see, by three steps. In step 1, chain initiation means we can create the chain. Chain reaction is initiated by free radical. An initiator means catalyst such as benzoyl peroxide, acetyl peroxide, tertiary butyl peroxide, etc., that can be used to produce free radical. And the free radical means R or R dot. So form attach itself to the olefin means vinyl monomer, and it produces the new radical which can be made up of two parts, namely attached radical and monomer unit. So that you can see in this reaction, chain initiation step. In this reaction, CCH5 C double bond O, C double bond O, CCH5, it is what peroxide. So this peroxide attached on both sides by benzene compound or benzene group, that is CCH5 and CCH5 over here. That is what benzoyl peroxide. So here breaking, where we'll see between the two oxygen. So by this breaking, we'll get two C6H5 C double bond O dot, dot means a free radical. Again on breaking, on further treatment, it gives two benzyl radical or phenyl radical plus carbon dioxide. Later on, benzyl free radical plus CH2 double bond CH2 means ethylene, it gives C6H5 CH2, then CH2 dot. Later on, second step we'll see chain propagation. In that, the new radical form in the initiation step reacts with another molecule of vinyl monomer and forms another still bigger sized radical, which in turn reacts with another monomer molecule, and the repetition of the sequence takes place very rapidly, which is called as chain propagation. In this step, very rapid and leads to high molecular mass radical, we'll see in the reaction. Second step, chain propagating step. In that, 6CH2 CH2 plus CH2 double bond CH2 means ethene. Then it gives CCH5 CH2 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 dot. Then on further reaction, it gives CCH5 CH2 CH2 n times CH2 CH2 dot means free radical. Later on, chain termination. Termination means stop. In chain termination step, ultimately at same stage, termination of the growing chain takes place. It may occur by several processes, and one mode of termination is by combination of two growing chain radicals. So your first radical in second step we learn that second step last one radical that can be used as the initial reagent for the chain termination step. Such type of these two free radical which can be combined together, by that we'll get CCH5 CH2 CH2 n CH2 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 CH, then in bracket CH2 CH2 n times CCH5. So this compound is called as polyethene. Poly means lot of, many. Ethene means CH2 double bond CH2. On polymerization of ethene, we'll get polyethene. But for that, these three steps are required. First step is chain initiation step. Second step is chain propagation step. And third step is chain termination step. These three steps are very important as per the concern of your basic knowledge of the chemistry. Then, free radical mechanism. In that, free radical mechanism of the vinyl monomer we'll see, and that we'll see again by three steps. Step one is chain initiation. CH3COO OOCH3, it gives two CH3COO, that is methyl radical or free radical. Then finally it gives carbon dioxide along with this free radical. Step 2 is the chain propagation. In chain propagation, actually we learned this one in the previous mechanism. In step 2, chain propagation, what the R alkyl free radical that can be combined with CH2 double bond CHY, that is vinyl monomer, it gives R CH2 CH2 CHY. Then it is what new free radical. Now this new free radical that can be combined with n molecules of CH2 double bond CHY, it gives R CH2 CHY n times CH2 CHY. In step 3, chain termination, two molecules of RCH2 CHYN CH2 CHY dot means free radical. It gives RCH2 CHY n plus 1, then CHY CH2 n plus 1, then R. So such type of polymerization or polymer will get by these steps. So here also these three steps are important. Then condensation polymerization. In condensation polymerization, consider the formation of the pteryline polyester polymer from ethylene glycol and terephthalic acid. In this reaction, alcoholic OH group is in ethylene glycol condense with carbonyl or carboxyl group in terephthalic acid. By elimination of the water molecule, it forms the ester linkage. Later on, the process of formation of the polymer from polyfunctional monomer with elimination of Some small molecules of water or hydrochloric acid, methanol, ammonia is called as condensation polymerization. In this type of polymerization, chain growth occurs by series of condensation steps. Therefore, it also referred to as step growth polymerization. This process is continued till the high molecular mass polymer that can be obtained as the last product. See the reaction. In this reaction, N molecules of the ethylene glycol that can be combined with the N molecules of the terephthalic acid. These N molecules of both means ethylene glycol and terephthalic acid on polymerization it gives OCH2 CH2 O C double bond O benzene then C double bond O. So this product is called as pteryline or dacron. So such type of important monomer will get that can be polymerized no so many times and it gives what such type of pteryline fiber or pteryline polymer. In this process removal of water molecule, that's why there is what condensation polymer also will say. Later on, ring opening polymerization. In ring opening polymerization, the third type of polymerization is ring opening polymerization. And the cyclic compounds like lactam, cyclic ether, lactones, etc. polymerize by ring opening polymerization. Strong acid or base catalyze this reaction. For example, polymerization of epsilon caprolactam. Then elemental composition of the repeating unit in the polymer resulting from ring opening polymerization is same as that of the monomer as in the case of addition polymerization. Addition polymerizations are often very rapid, but ring opening polymerization proceeds by addition of single monomer unit but never of the larger unit to the growth or growing chain molecules. In this sense, ring opening polymerization is a step growth polymerization similar to condensation polymerization. In reaction, you see epsilon caprolactam or E caprolactam. Its formula is in the ring NH2 5 times then C double bond O. So here this epsilon caprolactam here epsilon is required. Epsilon means like this. Remember, it can be polymerized at 533 to 543 Kelvin in water. So there is linkage breaking of the chain, and that breaking will see between the ketonic group and NH. So here breaking takes place. By breaking this one, C double bond of CH2 5 time NH. So this is what monomer first of all will get. On polymerization will get the nylon 6 salt. Why it is called as nylon 6? Because in this product we'll see CH2 5 times means 5 carbon and this ketonic 6 1. That's why totally here 6 carbon atoms are observed in this product. So this product is called as nylon 6. In this way, we learn today such type of classification of the polymers. What the rest of the topics of the polymer or remaining classification of the polymer that we'll see in our next lecture. Students, in previous lecture we have finished amines and about the amines one more test also I give. I think everybody attend that one. Today I started and give some information about the polymerization. In tomorrow lecture I want to conduct your test of amines. So everybody has to prepare about the test of amines that can be include maximum questions of full chapter. That test carries of 10 questions. You have to attend that one and send on the same link. Thank you students.